It sounds low, but I've got you.
Oh, Jeff says no.
Hello.
I am
testing,
loud,
1, 2,
and
3.
so is Allie.
Sorry. That's true. Just shout really loud and my mic will pick you up.
Let's try this. Let's try
From
this.
the other room.
Just try screaming
Can
the
you
entire.
hear me now? Can you hear? If you heard loud enough, you can come through Allie's mic. Let's see if this
Thanks,
is
bees.
helpful. Thank you, bees. This is helpful. You can hear me?
Jeff says yes.
We're killing it. We're off to a great fucking start tonight. Hello, welcome to Metagame Session 3. We were not here last week, which was supposed to be our fun, spooky Halloween episode. So this week we're back for the Angst episode. It's not going to be Angst in Dungeon World. They're going to be partying. Angst in a party. Let's go around and introduce ourselves, our real human selves. Hi, I'm Nell. I am your DM. And I'll throw it over, of course, as always, to Miguel.
Hi, I'm Miguel. I play Andy, who plays cleric LeBjorn James. Go ahead, Alyssa.
Okay, hi, Alyssa. I play Laurel, who plays the fighter, Finn.
Oh, I have the wrong background. Jeff, I'll get the right background on that you made with their character names later. Sorry.
Just later.
Just later.
Maybe tomorrow.
Allie?
Anything else, Alyssa?
Hello. It's Allie's turn, right?
Hi. I'm Allie. I play Laurel. Nope, you're Laurel. I play Berkeley. Hello, everybody. I'm Allie. I play Berkeley, who plays Trixie. Johnny, go ahead. Take it away from
This
me.
is a mess. This does not bode well tonight.
This is great. What are you talking about?
I'm Johnny. Hi. I play TJ. I promise I'm not as I hope I'm not as annoying as TJ is. And TJ plays Legend. I'm the Bard. I'm Johnny, who plays the influencer TJ, who plays the Bard Legend.
This is getting progressively worse.
Yep.
Every person, it deteriorates a little farther.
And Steven, take it away.
Hi, I am Steven. I play Ivan Sinclair, the nerd, who plays the Shade Druid Jarvis.
Woo!
Too coherent.
Too coherent, Steven.
Not allowed.
I
Take a shot. Come back.
don't have alcohol in here. I got nothing.
Can you turn my sound up a little bit? I don't know that you can. Fuck. How is that? Am I any louder? Can anyone hear me? I'll just keep singing, since no one can hear me.
You're good. You're good.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, bees. All right. All right, I guess we should get in character and do that whole thing again. Hi, QTube. We are back. I bet you missed us last week. I'm really glad you're back, TJ. You're better at this. If you want to take over, hi, welcome to Ravendean Public High School's Dungeons and Dragons Club. I'm Jules, and I'm the DM, and I'm gonna turn it over to the person you're here for, which is TJ.
Yo, what up, T-Town? It's so nice to see all of you guys. We're back yet again, 1 week after homecoming. Shout out in the comments if you had a blast at our homecoming last week. Let us know. We're back once again for Jules' game, Jules' Dungeon World game.
Hey, you remember what it was called?
I did, and I remembered your name, which I was having a bit of a nosebleed when I called you something else, like Nell or something. But Yeah, so why don't we take it over to Allie? Tell us more. No, you're not
Nosebleed
Allie.
again. The nose is
I'm
going.
having another nosebleed. Sorry. I gotta figure that out. Take it over, Berkeley. Why don't you let us know who you're playing as?
Yes, hi everyone. I'm Berkeley. I also hope you had a great time at homecoming. We had a great time playing it for you all. We got lots of pictures that will get sent out over the next couple of weeks. You all looked fabulous. I am playing Trixie, the fairy princess, who is also a thief and is trying to steal art. Laurel, go ahead. You're up. You're looking great today, Laurel.
I play Finn. Oh, what? I mean, what fighter? Like, what?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she's a fighter, and she's a member of the Order of the Silent Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fans
Sorry.
love you.
It's like, who's next?
Either Ivan or Andy, whoever you want.
Andy.
Oh, hi. I'm Andy, and I play LeBjorn James.
Hey, congrats on the win this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were great. I don't know why I'd never come to one of the basketball games before. They're really fun.
Thanks, Jules.
Yeah.
You should keep coming. I think
For sure.
we have a good season ahead of us.
Cool. Ivan.
Sorry. Yeah, Ivan.
Hi, I'm Ivan. Play Jarvis, Shade Druid.
Yeah, so...
Amazing.
I just want to say real quick, because, it's on everyone's minds today, 4 years post-bubble, if you're not in Ravendeen, that's, you probably heard about it anyways, but that's when all the magic went away, so, we are having a weird day here in Ravendeen, and, I did want to say if any of you guys need anything, whether to talk about anything or step away for a breath or anything. I want to have fun today if we can, for sure. But if anybody needs... Yeah, that's all. If anybody needs to take a minute, that's all.
Thanks, Jules.
But with that, anyone want to recap last 2 weeks ago's game?
We went to a new place. I got a letter about there being this big party for, I guess, all clerics. And we killed this weird, like, shitty werewolf kind of thing. And then we made our way to the party, and there was some shady business going on.
Nailing it, Andy, again. Thanks. TJ, because you weren't here last week, Legend was, of course, with the group, but was feeling a little under the weather. You all are attending a big ball that LeBjorn was invited to as the champion of Broden. You guys showed up. You were feeling sick, so you went to bed, but our other friends got up to some nonsense. Laurel and, Finn and Jarvis chatted with another member of Finn's order, which is all about protecting people without magic. Jarvis and Berkeley found another Shade and Fairy who were traveling together, who are acting real shady. Shady, because he's a Shade. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
Love it, Jules.
Thanks. And Andy, LeBjorn, got to chat with a couple of different clerics of other orders, and noticed a particularly strange priest in all black who was kind of lurking and dipped out really quickly. So there was some weird shit, and then everyone went to bed. Oh shoot, music! I forgot about music. Oh, sorry guys, let me get some music.
You're good. We weren't gonna be able to hear much with the honking going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I think somebody's parents are here to pick them up, and
Yeah.
they're not.
None of ours, right?
Yeah,
You guys
no.
are all... Yeah, I mean, you're here. You showed up. Which, by the way, thanks for coming back again.
I wouldn't miss it, Jules. Wouldn't miss it for anything.
As long as you want to go tonight, Jules, no worries. We're here with you all night.
Cool. Okay. Great. So, you all awake in the morning. All of your health is fully restored, if anybody had lost any hit points. And several of you also feel a bit stronger. You've completed several fights recently. You've traveled to a new city where you can see new people and new sights. And you just feel a little older, a little wiser, a little stronger as you wake up in the morning. And you wake up in the thickest, most comfortable beds. Maybe not that you've ever slept in, but certainly for a while that you've been traveling on the road now. The sunlight is streaming in through the windows, and you all awake. The party, the dance, the masquerade is later tonight. And you have until then to explore the town a little bit. The town you're in, which is actually the town of Hill Farrell. You all are welcome to take a look at the town, try to track down some of the other guests, and you might want to start by chatting with each other about some of the stuff you found last night.
Well, everyone, we obviously have to go get all of our outfits for the party so that we look fabulous tonight, but we also have a brunch date, so we can't skip that. So we just made some friends last night, and we should totally all go to brunch.
Right. Them.
Well, I wasn't there, but I am feeling much better now. So I am always interested in getting brunch.
Excellent.
Great. Just great.
I guess I think you should all know that there was not everything here is as it seems. And there's definitely some element here that is dangerous in some way.
Well, we're pretty dangerous as well.
Tell them anything.
Okay, but they already know, so we have to tell them.
Wait, what do you know?
What the fuck is going on?
I'm gonna
What do
tell
you
them.
know? Wait,
I think we should
wait.
just tell them.
Agreed, but wait, what do you know, LeBjorn?
I spoke with I don't remember. I
Oh,
spoke
she
with
was,
someone.
what was her name?
She had cheese.
Castor.
I remember that. Caster. Okay. And she's, I guess, implied very heavily, and I guess I agreed that there was this person that seemed out of place. Some guy in black robes. Just had a bad feeling that whenever I clocked him, he kind of took off. Kind of seemed to feel like, I guess, he was made or something.
Shit, how many people are fucking in on this?
You know
Alright.
what?
The Shade and the Fairy are up to something.
But that's why we have brunch plans, so that we can become friends, and then they obviously won't want to hurt anyone, or if they do, we can find out their secret plans. And 'cause that's what you have brunch. You find out all the gossip.
Wait, you made brunch plans with our enemies? Potential
Yes.
enemies?
Yeah,
Well,
so then
if
either
you-
they'll be our friends and they won't blow anything up, or they'll let spill what they're doing and we'll learn all the gossip about what they're doing, then we'll stop them.
That
They
sounds
said-
like a genius plan, Trixie.
Thank you.
They said that their plans had changed because Trixie and I are here. So if we can keep them off their game, that is best for us. But the Shade was sizing us up last night, so our work is cut out for us.
They don't know who I am, I'm guessing. So maybe I can pretend to still be sick. I am quite an actor, after all. Watch this. This is me being sick.
Got us.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you.
Convincing
I
sneeze.
think the performance was better yesterday, but yes, it's convincing. I'm beginning to not like this. Too many coincidences. Another Shade, another Fairy, another member of Finn's order. Too many priests, but that's what the party's for, so I guess we have no choice in that. But perhaps I am mistaken. Did anyone else clock an elf last night?
No.
No. Too many people.
Wait, are you suggesting that there's like essentially an evil version of us here?
I don't know about an evil version of us, but the Shade and the Fairy are up to something, and there's more altars, so to speak, than I am comfortable with. But we're in civilization. I don't like civilization, so I'm going to be seeing things everywhere, whether or not it's true.
Well, I still think we should start with brunch. Because we'll get to know people, we'll know more information, we get to eat some food, and then we could invite them shopping. If we realize that distracting them is the way to go, we can just invite them to go shopping with us.
Why
And
is this
take
turning
it from
into
there.
a whole day thing?
Because we have a party and you have to prep for a party.
Because we got here early.
Which is good. It's better to be early than late, obviously.
All right. So, with a bit of a decision reached, you guys head out of your bedrooms. There are a couple of people wearing the same red and black robes of the woman who greeted you, the Knights of Dion, who are all kind of pointing you down towards the kitchen, which they kind of warn you can't necessarily stay and eat, but they're busy setting up the big ballroom, so they're kind of handing food out and pushing people out the door.
TJ, are you coming and pretending to be sick at brunch, or are you staying here and pretending to be sick?
Did you just call me TJ?
Oh, I'm asking you, but I guess sure, I can be
Oh.
Trixie. Hey, Legend, are you coming to brunch with us, or are you staying here and pretending to be sick?
What do you think would be better?
Um,
Oh, actually, if you take them out for brunch, I could stay here, pretend to be sick, and sneak around.
and break into their room and steal all their stuff. You should do that.
Do we know what their room is, and do we trust Legend to be sneaky?
Also, why are we stealing all of their stuff?
That was the third question, but I was going
So
to
they
stick with the
can't do
first
their
two.
evil plan, because they need their stuff to do their evil plan. So if we steal all their stuff, they can't do their evil plan. Problem solved, we go to a party and we go home.
Well, clearly,
Yeah,
since we're the good guys, then anyone who opposes us must be the bad guys.
we don't know that they oppose us. If they opposed us, their plans would not have changed upon Trixie and my arrivals.
Like, it sounds sketchy, but where are you getting evil from? Gotta ask.
I'm just following Trixie's lead on this one, to be honest.
They just seemed super sketchy, and then Jarvis had that long speech about how everything does dark and terribles, and I kind of zoned out, but, it was probably evil.
How everything does dark and terribles is a good quote, Berkeley. I like that.
Oh, thanks, Jules.
It's dark
It's good. It's very in character for Trixie.
So I think Legend should search their room.
I agree. What about me? Stands out.
But
Are
Legend,
you
I
planning on talking?
was gonna say you should use your acting skills and be a mime.
I can do that.
Very good. Great. So TJ is you didn't see which room they were staying in, but you can stay and investigate, and there are lots of rooms. Some of them will have something interesting in them, but it sounds like all the rest of you are heading out to brunch. So yeah, TJ, you stay behind and watch as everyone else slips down the halls following their way to the kitchen. And Legend will check back in with you in a little bit. We'll start by following Ivan, Berkeley, and Andy down to the kitchen, where you see some of the other guests, some of whom look very bleary-eyed and a little bit, moving a little slow. Kind of collecting food and standing around talking about what to do in the town. But as you guys enter, you actually see the same young woman, Marianne, who had welcomed you in the night before. And she kind of grins and waves at you all as you enter, and then comes jogging over. Oh boy, did I do an accent for her? I don't know. My accents aren't that good, so just, but I want to practice them, so if it's okay if I do them, I might try some accents. I really want to get better at them.
Sure.
But if
Try
it's
a
annoying
bunch.
to anyone, you can let me know and I'll stop. So she comes running over to you. Morning, everyone. I hope the baths and the beds suited you well.
I think that's about right
Baths.
from last
Baths
time.
were amazing.
Thanks.
Baths. That's what I didn't do. That's for the best.
Jarvis, if you haven't taken a bath, we can't go to brunch.
Why would I take a bath?
Because you're disgusting.
Wow.
We fought a goo monster and you didn't take a bath. That's disgusting.
That's normal.
No, it's gross.
No, that's normal. There's no baths outside civilization.
What do you
there's
call?
puddles.
What do you do in rain?
I was gonna say, go jump in a lake then if you don't want to sit in the bathtub. But you should
Find
just
me
get
a lake.
Just stand far away from me if you're gonna be gross.
I
People
cleaned
wash
some.
before civilizations.
Thank you.
Not often or really. That's more a city development when everything got closer together more consistently.
And you're now in a city where we're going to be very close together, so you should take a bath.
Mariana starts to push a basket of sweet rolls and some fried eggs and fruit into your arms. There's a bottle of champagne sticking out. She kind of pushes it into your arms, LeBjorn, and then pulls a letter out and hands it to you, Finn, and says, or sorry, actually, she would probably hand it to Berkeley, Trixie, and glances at you and says, two of your friends, I think, took off this morning. They asked to give me your apologies and deliver this letter and let you know that they hope to run into you again in the future.
I'll open it. Did they cancel brunch?
It looks like they did cancel brunch. You open it,
Be evil.
and it's a
No one
short note in a very round handwriting. It says, Trixie and Jarvis, so sorry. Something came up. Have to run. Have fun at the party. See you soon, hopefully. From Stinger and Preeks.
So did they check out? They're not coming to the party? They just left?
No, they were up very early, before the sun this morning. They told me they were so sorry something had come up. They hoped to be back next year, but they would not be able to stay and asked me to give these to you.
Oh, this whole basket?
Well, no, the basket is just from the temple. Just the letter is from them.
Oh, well, still nice.
I picked those flowers, if you see them. It's my favorite job is to get up in the morning and pick the flowers for the baskets. They make people so happy.
They're so lovely. They
After
really
the champagne.
accent it beautifully.
Thank you! You have a very good eye.
Well, thank you.
Hey, Marianne. Do you, like, background check the people that you invite to this party?
Well, if by background check you mean try to make sure they have a decent reputation, yes, everyone who gets our invites we know is of a particular importance in their religion, and has stories about their deeds. We don't, I'm afraid, do any sort of checks on who they bring. We usually trust our guests to, pick their plus ones very carefully.
But you don't check the... I don't know how to ask this inside this world,
You can
Jules.
ask it, you can ask whatever it is you want to ask
I
and
guess
figure it out.
I'm trying to ask, like, the evilness content of the clerics.
Oh, the alignment?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. No, we try not to
You
check
don't
alignments.
screen for that. Okay.
No, because there are gods of many different alignments and followers of all different alignments who are able to do good or brave or world-changing deeds, no matter what the alignment is.
So if there were bad people at your party,
Well,
you
we try
wouldn't
not to
know.
bring anyone who, like, kills babies or anything.
Okay.
No baby kill is allowed. That
That's
is a
the
line
bar?
we draw.
That's
The bar
only
is-
line.
Very low.
I mean, if you're
Really
murdering a
far.
bunch of civilians or burning down a forest, also wouldn't be our favorite. But you can be a brilliant scholar who's well studied in the necromantic arts and attend if you've made discoveries that would advance the sciences, I suppose. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head that might raise some eyebrows from some people.
Okay. Can I ask you about a particular person?
You may. We try to respect privacy to a certain extent, but, I'm a bit of a gossip, so...
The black-robed fellow.
Yes! Him! Now I see why you were asking. Yes, he showed up with an invitation that did not seem to be forged. These are very hard to replicate. I don't know who he is. And I try to study the guest lists before people arrive, since I'm one of the, they usually put me out front to greet people. But he arrived sometime when it wasn't my shift. He doesn't look like any of the followers I know. He's not wearing the robes of a god I even know. And I haven't been able to get my hands on him to chat with him yet.
Do you know if he brought anyone?
He came alone, interestingly enough. Not many do.
Do you know who was on shift when he came in?
You know, I must admit, it's a bit strange, but I did ask around about him, and no one seemed to remember seeing him come in. Which certainly gave me pause, but I will say at the Temple of Dion we know how to have a good time. So every once in a while somebody might doze off or not have the clearest head during a shift, so I didn't question it too much, although now I'm certainly starting to.
Could someone just, like, poof appear in? Are there, like, things that stop that from happening? Or
We've never particularly had a problem with unfriendly casters of any sort here. No, we don't have any magical protections against that sort of thing. Well, anything else I can help you with?
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. I did have another question. Since you said that those people checked out, Could you tell me what room they had been staying in? Because if we could have, I don't know if someone else has like come and claimed that room, but like if we could have an extra room, that would be so
Yes,
fabulous.
of course. They were down at the end of the left wing hallway, last door on the right. I will get a set of keys for you.
Thank you so much. You're the best.
She turns and bustles off, whispers to one of the other knights standing nearby, and then hurries back and presses a new a couple extra keys into your hand.
Thanks.
Of course, anytime. Anything else you need, please feel free to let me or one of my companions know. Alright. Are you all heading out into the city, or are you going back to get TJ, now that you have keys to the room and know where it is? You could just leave him, to deal with it on his own. That's up to you guys.
I was gonna head back, if that's okay with everyone. I mean, we have the keys now, so we can just, like, go in and see if they left anything, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright. So you guys head back up. TJ, what were you doing to occupy your time while they were gone?
So I know that the party is going out to brunch, and so my thought is, obviously that the people we're trying to investigate are out with them. Of course, they're out. They're going to be gone for a while because they're all having a meal together. So I'm going to go over to the rooms that I think they might be staying in. Maybe I have some inkling of an idea.
You can roll to discern realities for me.
Okay. It's a D6, right?
That is 2d6.
2d6. 6.
Oh boy. Okay, go ahead and mark experience for me.
Does he add anything?
That's a good point. Yeah, you add your wisdom.
Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do.
Actually, sorry, it should have been spout lore, so you want to add your intelligence. No, it was discern realities. I'm lying to you. Wisdom. So sorry.
Oh, okay, so I got a 7.
Okay, so on a 7, that's okay. Do not mark experience.
Okay.
Discern realities. So you get to ask me one of the questions below there. And if you want to just kind of ask where their rooms were, you can ask that. But if you want to ask something more general, it might be more useful to you in this moment.
Oh.
Do you see the move sheet, by the way? I should have told you to look at the move sheet.
TJ's so good at stealthing that he stealthed right out of the call.
Oh,
Yeah,
I totally trusted Legend. He's got
TJ!
this.
TJ!
Yeah, I think TJ had to run to the bathroom.
Oh, no!
Oh, that was a quick
there
pee.
he is.
Quick water break.
Hello. Sorry, Jules. I gotta know not to press the X on the video chat. That closes out everything.
Yeah, I lost your video. Let me get your video fixed as well.
You would think being an influencer, I would know that.
TJ just processed what you said. That's really funny. Don't do that again.
Big red X. That's probably not a good thing to click on.
No, probably not.
Sorry about that. Fooled you guys. Okay. I am just going to. I think I'm just going to ask what the rooms are.
Hey, Jules.
Yeah.
It says that, there's a weird thing on the stream. Oh, it's gone now.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to get Johnny back in the video. Sorry, it's because I'm trying to get TJ back in the video. TJ, you showed me how to do this, and I promise I paid attention. It's just taking me a sec to remember exactly what it is I'm supposed to be doing. There you are. I got you, Teach.
Awesome. I will try not to do that again.
Cool. That's probably a good plan. There we go. Okay, I'm getting you in your little frame. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, so, can you ask me that question one more time?
I would like to, find out what the rooms are.
You just want to find out what their rooms are. There isn't a different question you'd rather ask here?
No, I think that's okay.
Okay. Then, you, are kind of keeping a lookout. You know you were looking for a pixie and a shade, and you are able to see a very faint kind of glittering, leading up to, a door down at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
But when you approach it, it is, of course, locked.
Okay. I am going to look around, and I'm going to kind of to myself do like a little bit of a like my own legend theme song as I'm like sneaking around like doo 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 doo.
Okay, and you sneak up to the door, and it is Loctite.
Do do do. Nothing. I know just what to do, but I gotta be quiet. And I am saying this all in character, of course.
Of course.
So I look around, and does Legend see anybody in the hallway?
Not at this exact moment.
Okay. Do 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 do. And I'm just gonna kick the door.
Okay. You're gonna kick this big, thick wooden door. Yeah, that's cool. That's going to be... I'll give you a hack and slash roll.
Awesome.
Go ahead, roll me 2d6.
Oh no. I got a 4 after my modifier.
After your modifier, you got a 4. Okay, so that gives me the opportunity to do a hard move. You can mark experience, and my hard move, you are singing your little song. You glance down either side of the hallway. You run, leap into the air, slamming the flat of your foot against it, and your leg just kind of crumples. That's not really something that you were trained to do.
Ah! Ow!
And as you land on the floor, half singing, half shrieking, with your knee muscles just kind of tearing, you're going to go ahead and take 2 harm from that, so you can subtract 2 off your current health.
Okay.
And you turn and see a halfling standing at the end of the hall just staring at you. His eyes are kind of wide as he watches you land on the floor.
I forgot my key.
He gives you a long nod and then keeps walking. And you are left alone.
I'm gonna try to shove it with my shoulder this time.
Okay. Yeah, you can shove it with your shoulder. Once and nothing really happens. Twice a little harder and nothing really happens. You back up, you go in for the third slam, kind of half limping on your hurt leg. And this is when all 4 of your friends reach the top of the stairs and turn to see you, humming to yourself and just flinging yourself into the door.
We left him to sneak around.
Legend, honey, I'm sure you did your best, but we got the keys, so you can stop whatever this is that you're.
Why are you limping?
I loosened the door for you.
We left for 10 minutes. Why are you limping?
You guys eat very quickly.
We have food still.
They do have a basket full of delicious-looking food and champagne.
No rush, but you wouldn't happen to have a med kit in there with you? I heard somebody around here, I think there was a halfling who might have broken his leg.
Did you break your leg?
I just, there was a door, this one, in fact.
There was a...
You know how these things go.
I do not actually. That's...
No,
Anybody
please tell
else?
us in excruciating detail. how these things go.
Well,
Yeah, I've got time. Jarvis just sits in the middle of the hallway, just cross-legged.
I'm so glad you asked. Well, you see, there was a big ogre that appeared, and he said, "I'm going to find the mystery behind this door. There's so much gold, and you will not get to it, Bard man." And I said, "Oh, ogre, I will." But then he ran into the door. He opened it, of course, and then locked behind him. And I tried to get into the door, but then he came back out and broke my leg, and then shut the door, and then is now taking the gold that is behind the door.
You get inspiration for this. Go ahead and mark +1 forward to whatever your next roll is, Tej.
So you're suggesting that there's an ogre right now inside the door?
Yes, and he has a desire to break legs, so be careful.
And at what point did you loosen the door?
I loosened the door when I used my broken leg to kick it in, and despite the pain, it was a heroic feat to loosen the door. I pushed through that excruciating pain, and I helped. Just remember that. I helped. No need to thank me. No need to thank me.
Finn, I'm going to level with you. I thought he was in danger outside of cities. I think he needs protecting everywhere, and that's not good.
Especially when I'm by myself against a leg breaking ogre. You got to look out for those leg breaking ogres.
They are all leg breaking, technically speaking.
They tend to be that way, yes. But it seemed this one really had the desire to do specifically that.
Jules, is this a one-way hallway? There's not another exit.
Oh no, it kind of does. There are different ways to go off.
Okay.
Hey, Jules, can I kick in the door?
Yeah, you have a little bit of a higher strength.
We have keys.
So go ahead, Finn, and you can roll me also a hack and slash.
That's a 7.
That's not bad. Okay, yeah.
Not a 4.
You back up, Laurel. You rush forward. You leap into the air. Leg raising up. Your muscles are tensing, and you slam foot into that spot right above the handle where it's a little bit weaker, and it swings open with your foot. There's a hole in the door now. It's not going to be possible to make it not look like this room was broken into, but the room is open now.
I would just like to say that, yay, everybody, you're all very strong, and I'm very proud of you all, but, maybe next time, if we have a key, we just open the door, so that no one, wonders why we've rummaged the property, and then we don't have to pay for it.
Yeah, but we needed to catch the ogre on its, surprise, right? We needed to surprise the ogre.
I thought he said the
Oh, I
ogre
see.
left.
No,
Oh
I
no,
thought he
the
said
ogre's
the
in the
ogre
room.
left.
Yes,
The ogre's
he's
in the room.
Yep.
We needed to surprise the ogre. So.
When I said left, I meant like jumped out the window or something.
An ogre not only got through the door, but went out that window there.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Without breaking it.
Well, you know,
Or
he was a
opening it.
smart ogre, it seemed. I mean, he got the best of me, so clearly he's a smart one.
Hard.
Okay. And you guys are into the room. It looks very
Look
similar
out!
to yours.
Look out! There might be an ogre in here.
Laurel, I think Broden appreciated the show of strength.
I'll take it.
You actually almost hear a chuckle kind of ring out in your head, LeBjorn, and you know that he did. He's amused. But yeah, the bedroom has the same. Do I have a nice bedroom? No, I think I just have the ugly bedroom. All right, so we'll stay here. It's got 2 nice beds, a window with the shades drawn back. The beds had the sheets kind of stripped and folded, so at least when they left, they folded the sheets. That was polite of them.
Can I look around? Like, is there anything else in the drawers and stuff?
Yeah, you're trying to find some sort of clue or something?
Yeah.
Okay, then you can roll to discern realities. You'll roll 2d6 and add your wisdom.
If you don't mind, I'm limping at this point. I'm gonna wait out, keep watch. That's an important roll. So I'm gonna stay right here outside by the door and keep watch.
Okay.
Sure. Can I
Or any
help
more ogres?
Trixie?
You can. Go ahead and roll +1, I believe. You only have 1 active bond with her. Most of you only get 1. Bards, I think, can get more.
7.
Alright, on a 7, you take +1, Trixie, to whatever you rolled. And Jarvis is also exposed to whatever might go wrong.
Okay, I got a 7.
Okay, so with a 7, you get to ask me 1 question on the, I've lost it, on the Discern Realities chart.
I guess what here is useful or valuable to me?
Okay, what here is useful or valuable to you? That's a good question. Alright, so you guys all start kind of poking around the room. Rifling through the folded sheets, checking in the, kind of chests of drawers at the foot of either bed, glancing around the windowsill and in the corners, and it's actually behind the door that you finally spot something, Berkeley. Just kind of pushed up in the crack between the open door and the wall where it might have gotten dropped and not noticed. And what you find, useful or valuable. Okay, so what you find lying on the ground is, sorry, I'm really trying to think of a good answer for this, is, is a small pouch. And when you pick it up and kind of open it up and look inside, Trixie, you see familiar things. There's a little bit of sand in the bottom of the bag, and a few big teeth that look like they might have come from deer skulls or something. A few pressed flowers. There's the kind of hardened body of a spider. These are all components that can be used in different fairy rituals. Whether for magic or for healing. And you recognize a few of the ingredients that really only go along with darker rituals. Things like calling a temporary curse on someone, or sending a disease or a blight on plants, or enraging animals. Tricky magic. Yeah, that's what's in this tiny little, kind of, a sack. What's a sack made of?
Burlap?
Hemp.
Like velvet?
Yeah, like a kind of rough hemp, pouch.
Okay, guys, I know we were trying to not be like, oh my gosh, everyone's evil right away, but there's totally stuff in here that's only used for dark, gross magic. So I think they were up to no good. But they're gone, so I think we scared them, and they left. So I think, I'm sad we didn't get brunch, but, I think job well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Legend, I was talking to you.
If they're actually gone.
I think it's much more likely that they're just maneuvering to.
Do you hear that howling?
Yeah. Just
Jarvis, tell your wolf friends to go away.
No.
anyways, I think it's much more likely that they're just maneuvering to just not be unseen by us until they're ready to do whatever they want to.
If everyone thinks they're gone, no one's paying attention to what they're doing.
Okay, but we have their stuff. Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, they have to find lodging somewhere. How many places are there to stay in this town?
It's a big place, isn't it?
Medium
They also
sized.
don't
When you entered,
necessarily.
yeah, when you guys entered, you asked about it, and you were told there were 2 other taverns that kind of had lodging, aside from the temple.
They also don't need to stay. If what they were planning was to happen tonight, they just need to be out of sight. They don't need a tavern. They don't need a lodge. I'll give civilizations one thing. There are plenty of places to hide.
So do we want to like track them? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if we have the pixies dark magic stuff, I mean, what do shades need in order to do bad things? Do they need anything?
Strong enough will to do so. I'm sure some use components. I didn't actually study any magic. A few of my kindred know, and they have some components, I'm sure, but I went a little further into that turn into something bigger than your enemies path.
Is that why you have all the crystals on your shoulder? Because you're like becoming a monster so that you can fight your enemies?
No. The crystals are where I am from, where I am sworn to protect. Shades are from all born of the forest, and Jarvis just kind of moves his right shoulder where the thorns and the flowers are. So we are marked by it. Every shade will have this. On the other shoulder, it defines where we're from. Preeks, if you recall, had a lot of ice that reflected the stars, somewhere in the frozen north. I was born from the depths of this world we call home, the caves and the earth itself. Hence, crystal growth.
So are you from a pretty cave? Because if you're from a pretty cave, why haven't we visited your house? I feel like that should have been stop number 1.
I don't have a house in the earth. I was
Okay, your
just kind of
home,
born
whatever.
from it. My home is somewhere in the forest. And
You're not gonna find
but
bats in there. Just so you know, tricks.
Bats? I don't want bats.
we'll most definitely find bats in there. Bats were the first thing I found, and honestly, being a bat is a lot of fun.
No, not bats. Baths.
You will not find a bat down there.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I can take a day trip, though, and then we can leave and take a bath, so we can work that out. But thanks for thinking of me.
There's some mud baths down there. It's pretty good. Some steam vents. A lot of steam vents.
Alright, but anyway, I'm so sorry. I got us distracted with pretty crystals and stuff. So, we want to track them, right? Because if we don't think... Like, I mean, I have their stuff, so I think that probably like, oh, well, they can't do it. We got their stuff. But if we're still worried about it, I guess we could follow them.
Yeah, but how rare is the stuff in the bag you are holding? Could
I
you
don't
find
know.
more if you needed to?
I don't
More
know,
importantly,
Jules.
could you find the stuff for the darker magic? The normal magic isn't a problem.
None of it is too hard to come by, at least in this bag. Like I said, teeth, some spiders. There are a few drops of what look like might be dried blood kind of splattering the side. Nothing in here is for big magic, but it is all easy to replicate. Or to find more materials, I mean.
If Stinger thought she lost the bag, she could just be going to get more materials.
So we should go shopping.
You won't be okay.
At the spider store? Like, where do you
Or
think?
the Deer Skull Emporium?
Yeah,
Actually,
you
side note, I went to a place that was called the Bone Emporium or something that had a bunch of deer skulls in the window once. So it's funny you said that. It was very cool. It was called Bones and Bits or something. Anyways, go ahead.
I mean,
My brothers
right,
took
isn't
me.
that
It was a great day. Sorry, you can go ahead.
isn't that like a magic thing? There's like magic stores or whatever. Isn't that a thing?
There are
Yes.
stores
I
that
mean-
sell magic supplies, apothecaries.
So
and
there you
such.
go. Yeah, the apothecary or whatever.
Apothecary, maybe. Most magic stores seem to be more for wizard types, whatever those do. But
All right,
natural
excuse
magic.
me. Let's go wherever they're going to go to re-get their components, which I think is a store. But if we want to call
No,
it something
you're-
else, fine.
I'm saying you're right. I didn't think of an apothecary. They sell more things from the earth. It's
Why does
natural
it-
magic. I'm sorry, Finn. What's up?
You were saying why does it seem like all roads lead to dress shopping? I don't. Why?
You know, Laurel, I'm so proud that you're getting there and you're starting to understand that really everything can be solved by buying a new dress.
That doesn't. I don't. Finn, we can go literally anywhere else.
That'd be great. So,
I mean, I think we all like the dress you wore for homecoming, Laurel.
It
For what
was
it's
really
worth,
cool. You looked really
It was like-
Thanks, guys.
good-
It's true.
it was a good combo with the combat boots.
Oh, thank you.
Did you?
I mean, you guys all looked great too. Really brought your A game.
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course you look great, Berkeley, but I wanted Laurel to also know that, yeah.
Yeah, you looked great.
Okay,
this is awkward.
I'm gonna
Thanks.
get some water.
I actually
Finn.
think this is a great time. We're at an hour, so this is a great time for a bio break. I think just what we're trying to say is that everyone thought you looked great, Berkeley, and Laurel, Andy thought you looked great,
Okay.
and the rest of us thought you looked great, Berkeley. But I think Andy really thought Laurel.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, it's probably time for a bio break.
Yeah.
So everybody get a drink or whatever, take a breather, and be back in 5 minutes. That's 08, whatever hour it is, 08. And we will get our kiddos out to brunch finally, because I think they found everything they need to find in this room. All right, bye.
Cool. Bye.
Hello. Welcome back to everyone, and also to Kuro, TJ's cat. Really glad he's here with us. If you're watching, please don't tell the administration. And before we jump back into the game, I actually want to say that I've been thinking, and you guys have been hanging in with us for like 4 weeks now, which is kind of crazy, but it might be time to start to get to know our players a little bit. Since you've gotten to know our characters pretty well, so I'm going to start from here on out at the start of games, but I'm going to do it right now as well because I didn't do it today, doing some fun, just kind of get to know you questions with all of the players, so you guys can get to know them, as you say. So I spent all break trying to come up with a good question, guys, and I don't know that I really did. But my question is for those of our fans out there who aren't from Ravendeen, or maybe those who are from Ravendeen and just want to explore more, what do you think is the coolest place in town? What's your favorite place to hang out? Where do you like to go? What's the best part of Ravendeen? I'll answer it too. I can go first if you guys want. Personally, I think there's a lot of really cool stuff, of course, around town. But I really like the Asteroid Arcade. I used to go there all the time with my brothers when I was little. And my dad too sometimes. But mostly that was one place where he thought we were okay to hang out. So he would let my brothers take me and just go on our own. And play games for hours. And my brothers were mostly the best at all the games, except I was really good at the one where you have to figure out when to put a coin in to knock over all the other coins. I was really good at that game, and my brothers were always really impressed, and they used to stand around and like cheer me on while I was playing it. And also their pizza's really good. So the arcade is my favorite place in town, and everyone should check it out. Yeah, go ahead, Berkeley.
While you're over on that side of town, you should totally check out the Empty Bowl. It's this cute little place to eat, and it's just, it's super, it's different, it's unique, and I think you all should check it out.
So the Bun Boutique and the Empty Bowl, yeah, those, I don't think I've ever spent a lot of time there, but those sound really cool, Berkeley. Cool.
There's a place that, to all my viewers out there, that I spend a lot of time on QTube. So one thing that I like to do that I haven't actually shared with my QTube audience is that there's a special place that I like to go to, and sometimes I take Kuro with me. It's a large hill. It's a really tall hill near my house that can see the sunset, and it's just a beautiful place to climb up and just hang out there and just get away from it all a bit.
That's really interesting, TJ, since there is no sunset or sun in the town of Ravendeen.
Well, there used to be, and I miss it a lot.
Not while you were alive, there wasn't. Sorry, out of character. Fun fact. The town of Ravendeen is in a curse of perpetual darkness, which means there's no sunlight. It's always night there. That's like the whole shtick of Ravendeen, and that was one thing that didn't go away. When the magic went away, is the curse is still there. There is still no light, sunlight.
Can you tell I'm new to this? Can you tell that I don't know what I'm doing most of the time? I tried to be real once, and it blows up in my face. I was thinking, oh, this is such a cool time for TK to show his real side and like no filters, and then it doesn't work.
It's fine. It's fine. TJ's
it-
like right on the edge of town,
Right.
like the edge of that curse area. There is a hill over there.
Yes.
I don't know how you can stand the sunlight, but it's there.
Maybe this is still just like TJ clout chasing. Like, oh yeah, I totally know a place we can see the
Yeah,
sunset.
honestly, I
There's
love
a
that.
pocket. There's a pocket that's so high up. The hill is so high it beats the bubble just barely, so I can peek my head through.
Incredible! Wow. All right.
Oh,
That was
somebody
good.
said somebody in the comments says he's figured out the simulation.
Oh my god.
Got some wild Snapchat filters to simulate
Oh
sun.
goodness. Is it possible that yeah, I like the idea. Is it possible that I live so far outside of
For sure.
that like I have a hill that's near
Yeah, absolutely. That you
Okay.
could get to. Yeah, that's totally
Okay.
fine. TJ lives on the very outskirts of town. He can walk to see the sunrise.
Okay.
I love that.
Cool. That works.
Johnny, that was so good. That was so funny. I actually, as you start talking, I went, "Oh, I wonder when you were. I wonder if he ever read that document. Let's see if he lists a real place."
Nope.
All right.
Give TJ the sunrise, please.
Woo, okay, my face hurts.
Jeff is fighting for you right now.
Thank you, Jeff.
We're going back. We're going back in the world.
Okay.
TJ lives on the outskirts of town. That sounds really cool, Teach. I don't know if you'd ever let us like sleep over or anything, but maybe we could do a like late night session and then the next morning go walk outside of town. I actually don't think I've been out of town once or twice, but I don't think I've ever seen a sunrise before. Have any of you guys?
Yeah, definitely. My family vacations outside of Ravendine, so.
That's cool.
Dad took me on a work trip or two, but the sun it's bright. It's bad. It's not good. I avoided it like the plague. It was kind of a plague.
All right.
Yeah, I would definitely be interested in having you guys over at some point so we can all watch the sunrise together.
Cool. That's awesome.
I'll bring Kuro along.
Well, it's your house, so I'd hope he's there.
He's always we're best buds. I bring him to all my classes, but don't tell anyone.
Yeah.
We know. It's hard to ignore a full-ass cat in your backpack.
He is absolutely a full ass cat. He is
Look at that boy.
my chonker.
All
I mean,
right.
to be fair, when I didn't know he was there, it was kind of easy to hide him. But now that I know, it's like I don't know how I missed it.
He's pretty quiet. He's pretty chill.
Yeah.
I honestly just thought that was like a public school thing where you guys were allowed to carry on animals wherever you wanted. I didn't realize.
We're not.
Yeah.
No, but I've only had one teacher catch me, but he let me get away with it. Mr. Nelson, the history teacher, he likes cats too.
Ivan or Laurel or Andy. Go visit the Asteroid Arcade and the Button Boutique and the Empty Bowl and the hill near TJ's house. Those are our recommendations so far. Let's see what the other three have.
Well, I don't. If I'm not in school or at practice, I'm pretty much spending my time serving ice cream at the Cone of Cold Serve ice cream shop.
You do have the best ice cream there.
Yeah, I think we make a pretty cool environment.
And the pizza, even the cheese-free pizza is
Yeah.
good. And the salad. But we talked about that.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that would be where I am otherwise.
But
Don't
where do
really
you
get
like
out
to
to do
go?
much.
That's where you hang out, but do you have a different even if you haven't been there in a long time, or you only go every once in a while?
Sorry, not. I'll stick with what I said, Jules.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great place. The cone of soft, the ice cream pizza place. You
Cone
know
of
the
cold
one.
serve.
Cone of cold serve. It's really good. Thanks, Andy, for sharing it. Laurel or Ivan?
I can, or you can.
It's whatever.
There's a place in Glowy Town. It's kind of hard to get to, but it's kind of a little natural cavern, and there's a lot of glowing mushrooms in there. But the weird thing is, you can see, even though there's like light all around you, you can always see your shadow. And sometimes you can see it in multiple places at once. That was always really cool, and it still happens even after. But so it wasn't magic, but
That sounds really
Yeah.
cool. Would you show us sometime?
maybe I haven't been in a while.
Right. Laurel, do you have anywhere?
Yeah, there's like a record CD shop. It's under new management now, so it's kind of shit, but it used to be great. My dad used to take me there before like any sort of road trip, and we used to just like pick a CD at random to just like play. And so sometimes you'd end up with like some pretty cool shit, and sometimes you'd end up listening to like the best of some, I don't know, Bach album or like weird classical off, I don't know. But yeah, it's under new management, so it's still there, but it kind of sucks now.
That's really cool. Do you have any of the old CDs you used to listen to?
Yeah, they're at home.
You should burn a playlist. We can play it during a game.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So, hot from TJ's QTube channel, you guys have some of the recommendations on the best places to eat and shop and look at cool shadows and the sunrise in Ravendine. And with that, I guess we'll jump back into the game. We have about an hour or so left. And you all have just left the temple, heading out into the town of Hilfarel, where you're hoping to shop for dresses and or other components for spells. And even though this is a very snowy picture, it's the only town picture I have right now, it's actually not a very cold day. It's the end of spring, and it's just starting to get warm in the summer, and the sky is bright, and you can hear birds, and there are people moving around, chattering. This isn't a full city, but it's certainly a bustling town. And it's
Is
pretty
this underwater?
easy. This picture, I think it's supposed to be snowing, but it does look kind of underwatery.
That's cool.
It's a cool picture. We're not there. It's
Yeah.
just the town, but it is a cool picture. I'll have to find a more accurate one for next week.
I think you could always just flood the town.
That's true. We could just flood the town and make it underwater. You can roll Defy Danger for that. Just kidding.
I'ma just turn into a fish.
You all head out and find Market Street. And it is bustling. There are people kind of out on the street trying to sell their wares. Clearly there's a lot of excitement, that there are a lot of travelers in town who are kind of wandering around, sightseeing and tourist shopping. There are some clothing stores, some different kind of food stalls. There is an apothecary, a kind of more general store. You see a blacksmithery. Most of what you'd expect to find in a medium-sized town.
Oh, if there's a blacksmithery, could I see if there's a place for me to purchase a shield?
Absolutely, you can. And you do find the blacksmithery, which is called, what's it called? It's gonna be called... Oh, I'm not on my name game tonight. It's gonna be called Brock's Arms and Armor. And I will go ahead and show this to all of you guys. This is the list of what you can buy at this store, Brock's Weapons and Armor.
Oh my god.
Jules, did we get any coins like ever?
Yeah.
6 from the last job each.
6 each from the last job, and most of you should have started with a few, I believe.
Oh wait, really?
Am I wrong? Let me double check. I'm gonna say you guys started with at least 5 each.
How would we know?
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not a thing.
I definitely
I
did not.
Definitely did. I have like 45 coins.
Yeah, look at that. It should say at the bottom of your, Oh, I guess...
To be fair, you are the thief.
Yeah, you are the
The thief would
And the
have coins,
princess.
the druid would not.
Yeah. I'm gonna say everyone has to have at least started, let's say 10. Let's say everyone started with 10. You each got 6 from your last job.
Okay.
Okay, but Jules, I still have 45, right?
Yeah, if that's what you
Okay.
started off with, for sure.
Great.
Where do we enter that?
In the sub part of the character sheet, there's a place for coin. It's right above the gear.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who wants to purchase anything here is welcome to.
Well, Jules, I would love to buy like 4 more daggers or something, just so if I like can't find them when I check them,
Yeah.
I still have them.
And you have 8 coins, right?
I have a lot of coin. Yes.
Yeah, well, if you want to spend 8 coins, you can get 4 more daggers.
Actually, wouldn't it be 4 coin because throwing daggers are only 1 coin each? Sorry, not to contradict you, Jules.
No,
but,
you're totally right. Look at that. Throwing daggers are only 1 coin each.
great. I'm gonna get 4 more of those.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna use the bulk of my coin to get a shield.
Okay.
I am also going to spend 15 of my 16 gold to get a shield.
All right. TJ and Andy, both of you can add a shield to your inventory. Actually, if you want, I can do that. It might be easier. Or I can just show you how. So the way you do
Yes,
it,
please.
if you buy something, you open up your character sheet, you go over into this little I section, that's the compendium, and you type in what you're looking for. So for example, here's shield. I just drag it and drop it on your page. And then over here under shield, you just want to make sure that it is equipped.
Oh.
And now you've got 2 armor.
Thanks, Jules.
Yeah, you're welcome. Do you need me to do that for you, Ivan?
I've already got one.
Oh, you're not the one.
Jarvis
I'm so
doesn't
sorry.
use this
With TJ.
Yes, please, if
Okay.
you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, for sure. This is legend. Oh, I got 2 in there by accident. I'll make sure only one of them is equipped. There we go. Alright, so you now have a shield.
Awesome.
And
Thank
you can
you,
see
Jules.
that it says 2 armor there for you, Legend. Anyone
I
else
just
buy
wanna-
anything off the... Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Finn.
I just want to check because I have a shield, but it's only 1 armor. Is it like a different shield?
Oh, they're wearing armor already. They're wearing armor
Gotcha.
and they're also holding the shield. The shield is only 1 armor for them. It's 2 total now.
Okay.
All right. Anyone else shopping here?
It's probably more than I have, but is there a way to make my shield a better shield?
Yeah, I would say there is. You will need to find someone a little more specialized than this. You'll want to be in a bigger town probably, but there are artisans who could upgrade a shield to make it a bigger, a tower shield type. Yeah.
Jules, how do I increase my armor?
You buy better armor. Or you
No,
find magic items.
sorry. How do I, this might have been the question that, Finn just asked, but, if it says armor, that's not including the shield, right?
That
Like my armor
should be including the shield because your shield got unequipped somehow.
Oh,
Now
okay.
your armor is equipped and your shield is equipped, and it
Okay.
says 2 armor.
Okay,
So
perfect.
you're good now.
Thank you.
Okay. So if you guys are done with that shop, you can head out. There is a dress shop, there's an apothecary, there's just kind of a general store.
Even ignoring what our hunt for what the others are up to, I do need the apothecary, as I used some of my herbs with Lebjorn on the way here.
Alright.
I need more.
Alright. So, you guys head into the apothecary. The apothecary is actually called, Wyvern's Weeds. And as you enter, there is a, dwarf sitting behind the counter. She kind of grins, especially at you, Lebjorn, as you come in. Just kind of looks you up and down and says, you here for the festival?
Yeah.
Well, always like to get travelers in town. And especially another dwarf and a follower of Broden. Praise be. Glad to see you, friend. Take a look around. Hope we have something that, suits your tastes.
As a fellow, you're a follower of Broden?
Well, yeah. Me mum and dad came from a village of Broden.
Okay. Well, as a fellow follower of Broden, I hope you will accept us taking no generosity and paying full price for any of your wares.
I appreciate the offer, and I certainly won't argue with that.
Formality's good.
What do we need?
I don't know. So as you guys take a look around, Trixie, you recognize on a very top shelf certain bubbling potions that you actually know are poisons. There are a variety of herbs and kind of just general spell casting materials and poultices. There are some different makeups as well. Yeah.
Jules rules question.
Yeah.
So just to double check, if I'm understanding this correctly, unless somebody trains me how to use a different type of poison, I'm not allowed to use
Oh,
it.
you can. You just might die.
Huh.
Please
All
don't
right.
do that.
Those silly side effects.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause I have poison that I can just, use, so I'll probably stick to that. But I definitely want some of that makeup for the party.
What you looking for? We got, beauty looks. We got, your more adventurous, bright color palette. I must say, you've got a very nice complexion. I'm a bit of a, amateurist, makeup artist as well.
Oh, that's so exciting. I was actually wondering, are there like colors of Broden? Like we should all go dressed in Broden colors tonight, right?
Well,
like,
if you're
support
here with your
Broden?
Broden friend, it can't hurt.
Like, LeBjorn, do you want us to all like dress up, not like Broden, but like in Broden theme?
If you would like to do that, yeah.
Yeah, Andy, you get to decide. What are the colors of Broden? Are there any symbols?
Well, I guess like I mentioned before, I guess it was like the streamers that would come down whenever I would cast a spell were black and blue, like our school
Right,
colors.
like our school colors, of course, black and blue.
And any symbols? I have my championship ring, but that's kind of like a special thing.
Is there anything carved on your ring?
Maybe a symbol would be something like, I don't know, like a hammer juxtaposed with a lightning bolt.
I love that. That's awesome. Yeah, she'll kind of nod very approvingly at you, Trixie, and start rustling around under her little counter. And she'll start to pull out some bright blue lipstick and some black powder that you could do some smudges with, and couple different offers for you.
Yeah, this looks totally great. Also, do you have anything that's like blue and sparkly?
Ah, yes. And she just delightedly pulls out a little container that you can unscrew, and there's some very sparkly blue, unclear what it is, face paint, goop, yeah.
Oh, awesome! This is super exciting. Thank you. Do you have any tips for me for tonight? You know, as one artist to another.
A good question. She kind of looks around at your friends. Are you just doing your face, or are you in charge of all of them too?
Well, between you and me, I'm definitely in charge of all of them. They don't really know it yet, and there's probably going to be a lot of resistance, but you know, we'll get there by the end of the night.
Well, if you're doing all of you, my only recommendation would be, it's a masquerade, right? So go big and make sure the makeup's visible all around the edges of the face.
So you think we should use the makeup instead of buying masks and just like draw masks with the makeup?
I suppose I more meant do the full face, do a big look. Masks in the middle, you can see the makeup on the top and the bottom.
See, I'm so glad I asked you. You're so clever. That's such a good idea. I'm so sorry, just while we're chatting and while we're talking, you seem like a really observant type who really notices things. Did you see anyone come in here? Someone, it looks like my friend over there, and then another fairy, were they? They're friends of ours, and they had to run out of town, and I was just curious if they had stopped in. Because I knew so many good store recommendations, so I figured they must have stopped in this one.
Well, much appreciate the word of mouth. I sure haven't seen anyone else that looks like him today, but there was a wee pixie lass. He came in yesterday. Wee pixie lad. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting my own NPCs. He came in yesterday. Purchased a few small things. She kind of glances over, gestures vaguely at the spell casting components. Headed out, seemed polite, bit quieter than the normal fae folk. But perfectly fine customer.
Okay, but didn't come back today.
Haven't seen him today? No.
Okay. Well, of course he was in here. That totally makes sense. It actually, he dropped some stuff. I'm gonna pull out the pouch. Is this from your store? Is this what?
She looks through, kind of looks up at you and goes, from one artist to another, it's real hard to tell apart deer's teeth. They look the same pretty much anywhere you get them from.
I'm so sorry. I meant the bag. Like, does the bag, is this like what you package your stuff in?
Yeah. She kind of rustles around, pulls up a similar looking burlap. Burlap is the word I was looking for. A little burlap pouch. And you need one for your goods, dear?
That would be amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Yeah, she'll put all the makeup in the bag for you, tie it off. 2 coins.
I'll pay.
All right, fantastic. She'll hand it over to you.
Well, with that done, I need poultices and herbs for healing.
Very happy to help you as well. And for you, poultices and herbs. Hang on, that's a real price. That's a real price I can find out.
10.
10.
Hey,
Thank you. Yeah.
Jules.
What's up, Andy?
Would I don't know if this is a thing, but since Broden is the god of healing, would these poultices and herbs be like better than regular poultices and herbs?
That's a good question.
Or
I don't
anything
know if
special?
I mean, you mostly use magic to heal. You would definitely be able to use poultices and herbs. I don't.
No, not me in particular. I'm just wondering, like, would they be selling anything particularly good?
That's a great. Let me take a look. I mean, they're pretty standard poultices and herbs. I don't think
Okay.
so. Yeah, it's a good question though.
Well, that's the main thing I needed from here.
All right. Yeah. Anytime you want to buy something, you're welcome to. Just mark the gold off.
Could use bandages too, but I think that's probably over at the general store rather than here, so.
Okay. So if you all want to head out and on to the general store or the dress store.
I just wanted to tell everyone what I heard, that they weren't there. So our friends, our enemy friends, didn't come into this store today, and it looks like they did come in yesterday, but they bought the stuff that we have, so they totally didn't come here to restock. Which makes me think that they probably don't have what they need.
Or that they already did it.
Or, I guess if we, yeah.
I guess
But they
we'll
were
find out
debating
tonight.
about it last night, right, Jarvis?
Before they met us. Before they sized us up.
I guess.
And they
Can
were
I-
quick to get out.
Can I ask the shopkeeper, just as a personal favor, if those people show up again, don't sell them that stuff again.
Yeah.
They are probably bad people.
I trust you on that. Champion of Broden, you have my faith in that. I won't, friend.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I see him around.
Yeah, please do. Praise be.
Alright. Where did you guys want to head next?
Should start with the things that I need to buy rather than the things that are only going to be used for tonight. That is my preference.
Don't worry, Jarvis, we have all day to shop. We can go in any order you want.
I hate that fact with every fiber of my being.
I should say, by the way, Andy, I just said praise be because it came to mind, but if you want there to be a traditional Broden greeting, you can totally come up with it.
No, that one's fine.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright. It's the Broden greeting. Alright, so you guys heading to the general store next?
That is my preference.
Great. Then the general store has rations. It has what else does it have other than rations? It has some bandages, has some lanterns. Yeah, I guess that's that, I guess. I don't know what else the general store would have.
I have a single coin that I can spend.
I am about to if I buy bandages.
Coin.
Well, if... Here's the thing. I don't need rations, but if we want extra ones, I can spend my coin on those instead of bandages, if we think those are more useful.
I mean, I guess if we think we really need both, I can probably buy the rations. I don't want to spend all my money because we still need outfits, but if we think those rations are really important, then I can spend some money on that.
I know you have healing Libjorn, and I don't want to step on that, but we have seen it falter at times.
It should be a little bit better now. But if it makes you feel safe to have the bandages, go for it.
I can't do what you do, so to have them in case you do fall.
Okay.
Jarvis!
What? I am practical. You are Dreamland. I don't know what the word is. We've established this
Dreamland.
ages ago.
I think the term he's looking for
Do
is
not help me.
optimistic. Oh, I will always
think
be here
so.
to help you, Jarvis.
It's really kind of you, Legend.
Bandages cost 5 coins.
That is most of my gold. I have a single one, so if Libjorn, Legend, and I pool the last remaining gold, if we want to, we can get rations with that. Or we cannot.
Jarvis, if you let... Go ahead.
I was just saying I can get A rations. I don't want to spend all of my coin on rations, but like, how many rations do we need?
How many do you all have now? We went through a bit more than desired on the way here.
I think I have
got
4.
3.
I have 4 left, yeah.
I have 3.
Or 4 uses.
It is up to you. Like I said, I don't need them. Just thought it might be helpful.
Maybe we can get rations on the way out of town.
Yeah, when we know how long we're going to be traveling after this, wouldn't that be a good time to buy food?
Yeah.
Sure.
Also, I have a giant basket full of cheese and fruits.
Sure, it's got to be useful for something.
This is true.
Okay. When you've decided what you're buying, mark it on your sheet, mark the gold off.
I am getting bandages, and then I'll have 1 gold left.
I'm gonna hold on to this 1 gold for emergencies.
Okay, very good. There is a dress store. You guys have spent a couple of hours wandering from store to store at this point. There is still a dress store. You can try to find some more villagers to talk to, and at any point, we can get ready for the dance.
I mean, we need outfits. I'm just saying, if we're going to go to this party... Well, I guess we're still going to the party, right? Like, no one thinks that we're not going to this party, right?
Of course.
Okay. So, I mean, we have to look our best. We want Libjorn to look great. We're here to represent him.
Actually, quick question. This is both myself and myself. But I wasn't a part of... This is TJ now. I wasn't a part of last time's session, so I'm kind of trying to fill in the blanks here as we go. Are we trying to do some sort of espionage? Is that why we're going to the dance?
No,
the dance is
Libjorn
just a
got
dance.
invited.
It's
Yes.
just a dance. Okay, just a time to have fun. Okay.
The espionage came after people started acting shady.
Okay, and back in character. Yes, I love to party.
Okay, so you guys head out and across the street and into this kind of fancy clothing store. And one side has some different kind of fancy jackets and button tops, and I don't know what the words for fancy old-fashioned clothes are. Top hats, I guess. And the other side has cloaks and gloves.
I think top hats are a little bit more modern.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. feathers.
If there's a top hat, I would love to get one.
It's a fantasy world. They can have top hats.
Oh, yeah. You see several shiny top hats, Legend, as you enter. And dresses as well. Trixie, can you describe your dream dress to us?
Oh, for this event? Of course I can. Okay, so I'm thinking because the colors are blue and black, so I'm going to want a black dress, but with like a little bit of a shimmer to it. But then it has a blue belt to kind of accent the whole thing and bring out those blue colors. And I'm hoping to find a mask that is also blue that can match. And then some nice black heels to go with it. And this is fantasy, right? So like I need a cloak or whatever. I guess I can also have like a blue cloak, but like kind of not like a big heavy fur cloak, just kind of like a light cloak that I can like kind of wear on one shoulder.
Okay. So your eye is immediately caught by a blue dress that's on one of the model things that you sew dresses on. Sorry, a black dress. But it has the exact blue shimmer you were kind of dreaming of. And some blue trim around the edges. There's no belt on it right now. And there doesn't seem to be, a cloak accompanying it or anything. But the dress itself is gorgeous.
Great, I'll try it on. Does it fit?
Yeah, if you walk over to take a look at it, you actually hear a kind of startled yelp, and you look down and there is a child on the floor who clearly has been hemming the dress. And she kind of looks up at you wide-eyed, but then grins and jumps to her feet and goes, "I know you!"
Hi, I'm so sorry. Have we met?
Hi! No, I know you! I was making this dress for you!
Oh, I mean, that's so sweet of you, but, sweetie, how did you know I was coming in?
And you hear a voice behind her go, "Charlotte, are you having your dreams again?" And you turn around and there's a kind of elderly lady in a kind of thick fur coat that's too hot for the season, kind of approaching you. She's got a kind of jeweled cane, and the little girl is still staring at you, Trixie, and she nods and goes, "You were in my dream and you were coming, so I had to make you a dress."
Oh, well, that is just the sweetest thing. So this is truly like a work of inspiration. That's amazing. Well, I don't want to step on your toes if you're not done, but I would love to try it on when you're done.
She gets these grand ideas in her head, but you're still gonna have to pay for that, says the old woman.
Oh, of course. I assume so. I would never want to steal her work from her.
She kind of shakes her head, but like is looking a little approvingly from you to the dress, and kind of reaches down and pets Charlotte on the head as she goes back to hemming the bottom, but kind of glances around at the rest of you. Will all of you be needing outfits?
Yes, please.
A whole
Yes,
group showing up without proper clothing to the party. Glad you found your way to me, dears.
Jarvis, I want you to
Yes.
feel comfortable. This
I
is
don't
what you
think
want
there's
to.
any possibility of that.
I'm just saying, if
So
you don't
you
want to
might-
get anything here, don't get anything here.
Alright, I'm just saying though, Jarvis, if you're gonna be uncomfortable anyway, you might as well look fabulous while you're uncomfortable.
She actually, Jarvis, you glance over, and she's holding a cloak out to you. And it is, it really is a beautiful cloak. It's dark. It's hard to tell whether it's a dark red or a brown. It almost is kind of shifting colors. And it walks the very fine line between looking like rough fabric that came from the earth, like what you're used to wearing. But there is something sophisticated about it, and a collection of wooden buttons along one edge that are simple but very well carved, fine detail work that she's kind of offering out to you.
Jarvis will try it.
Great. She kind of glances over at you, LeBjorn. What are you looking for today, dear? I imagine you're the guest of honor.
Yep. I had a different idea of what I would be doing last week, but I think I need something formal looking that goes over my armor.
All right. Over the armor, I'm going to take a few measurements, but I'm betting we can help you out with that. And she pulls out a measuring tape and starts scribbling notes, Andy, as she glances over at you, Laurel, and says, Dear, I can tell you're not too keen on the idea of being dressed up. Is that so?
Spot on.
Would you rather...
Honestly.
Go ahead.
I was going to say dress armor sounds about right as well.
All right, very good. But you want all eyes on you, don't you, dear? And she's, of course, staring at you, Legend.
Yes, I would love the fanciest armor that you've got. The fanciest, not armor, clothes that you've got. But there is one small problem. And I hold up my 1 gold coin. And I say, this is what I can spend.
You know what? I can't get you a full outfit, dear. But for that... And she turns. What color are Legend's eyes?
Green.
Okay. When she spins back from the big shelf she was at, she's holding a shining black, very fine top hat with a thick green ribbon wrapped around the band and a green feather sticking out. And the feather and ribbon match your eyes beautifully. And there's like some thin gold thread in the ribbon that just shines a bit. It's a very beautiful, eye-catching hat.
When she hands me the hat, I do that thing where they pop the hat on their arm and put it on my head. And
amazing. And she kind of glances. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Andy.
Well, I was just gonna say, if that is the price point for a hat, I might need to downgrade to a nice cloak.
A cloak I can do, dear.
Also, depending, I mean, I can help you guys out with this one. Like, I want you to look your best, Leonora. This is your event. This is your day. So if you need some help, I can help you out.
You sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
She winks and says, Let me go see what I have for our 2 warriors in the back. You folks can debate on what you're looking at now. And she kind of turns and heads into the back. And Trixie, you turn around and Charlotte has taken the dress off of the thing, but it's like as big as her entire body as she's kind of like you can't see the girl, you can just see the dress and the feet sticking out the bottom as she tries to hold it up to you.
Oh, Charlotte, that looks lovely. Thank you so much.
You can call me Cat. Like the animal. Meow.
Well, Cat, this looks amazing. Can I go try it on?
Sure. Don't steal it, though.
Of course I won't steal it. I would never do that to you. Don't be silly. I'm gonna go try it on and also try to see if there's anywhere, like, do I need to get a bag for my daggers? Or, like, is there a pocket or something?
There's no dagger pocket on this dress.
Okay.
As nice as that would be.
This is fantasy. You girls already don't get pockets in your regular dresses. We can't have dagger pockets in fantasy dresses.
You know why I asked.
Cat will come trotting in after you, count your daggers, and start to cut 5 little slits along your waist, and slide a thick layer of leather inside each, so you have 5 dagger pockets along the waist of your dress.
Thanks, Cat. Thought of everything.
Yeah, you gotta have a place to hold your weapons to kill people, right?
Apparently, I didn't think so. I thought we were just going to a party, but all of my friends want to wear their armor, so I guess I have to bring my daggers.
Well, this dress would help.
I think it's
I also have a few ideas if you don't mind. Actually, I should do my voice. Trixie, if you don't mind, I do have a few other ideas of what I would love to see dressed up for the party.
Like
if you don't
for-
mind giving a few coins. To
Oh
make
yes,
one.
absolutely, no problem.
I turn to Kat and I would say, do you have anything that's like a long coat and maybe a cane that can match the hat and the rest of the outfit?
Her eyes go really wide, and she like leans in and pulls you down to whisper in your ear, Legend, and gets up close, and you can kind of feel the spit hitting the side of your face as she talks. And she goes, "My grandma will have a very good cloak for you, but if you'll give me candy, I'll steal one of her canes and sneak it out to you later."
I think I can do that.
Okay, it had better be really good candy.
What's
or else I'll
how
kick
old
you
is
in
she,
the
though?
balls. And
Old enough.
she turns and like dashes away. Hard to tell, maybe 8 or 9, a little button nose and freckles and kind of dirt smeared on her face.
Okay. What's your favorite kind of candy, young child? Chocolate.
Or
Chocolate.
sour.
Or sour.
Sweet and sour. I like both.
Sweet and sour. I'll go see if I can find some candy for you, young child.
Okay, but don't tell my Gram. Or
I
she'll
will
kick
not.
both of us in the balls. And she takes off running
Do you
again.
know what that means? Okay, goodbye.
Don't ask questions.
I like her.
I do any of you have candy?
I don't have regular food. Why would I have candy?
I assumed not, but I figured I'd ask before I go rob a store.
Candy is not in line with a Broden
you
regimen.
have money. Why was thievery the first idea?
I have no money.
Right, you
I
just
could-
spent it on the...
I can give you a coin for your candy, you said?
Yes.
Is this like an essential purchase?
Were they there for this
No,
conversation?
she was whispering
Oh.
all over your
Oh,
face.
okay.
Not even in
All
your ear,
of
she's
it.
just whispering on your
Okay.
face.
Well, the candy is not for myself. The candy is actually to trade for the cane that Cat will steal.
A candy cane?
Oh
No.
my
That's a
god.
good one. That's a good one, Andy.
It is in fact a candy cane. Because it's a cane I will earn from candy.
How much is the cane? Is the candy more expensive than the cane?
Apparently it's
I
worth a
would have
chocolate
to
bar.
imagine that the cane is more expensive and Cat does not know how to run a business.
Cat's a child?
That is why she does not know how to run a business. But am I going to exploit a child for a cane? Of course I am.
I mean, depending on the scarcity of cacao beans in this world, the chocolate could be more expensive.
This is really true. Although sour, probably not that bad.
I get the
Plenty
feeling
of berries
that
that do
will
that.
be easier to find.
Well, here you go, Legend. You can have a coin. Go find candy. Cat's the best, so whatever she wants, go get for her.
I will. So I'm gonna go find a store, but I'm gonna I feel like Legend doesn't eat a lot of candy himself, so he has no real idea of what is like a good candy. So he's not gonna go for the Hershey's or the Reese's if those were real Quilmar candies. He's gonna go for something along the lines of Almond Joy or
Excuse you.
Johnny loves Almond Joy, but
Excuse you.
yeah, I'm gonna go for something that's not as loved
Okay.
as some others because
Why?
because I don't think Legend would know the difference.
I love it. Yeah.
Get a Kit Kat with cues.
A Kit Kat.
Kat. Yeah, a Kit Kat.
Common Core.
Okay. Alright.
I have to stop reading your chat, TJ. Sometimes it's actually funny.
You know, Hershey's chocolate.
All right.
Common Core.
Yeah, you head over to the general store to search for some Coleman Koi. And
Out of character, I really wanted to say queases, but I refrained from doing so, Jeff. Have some decency, man.
We are talking about the same Jeff, right?
Fuck off, Jeff.
fuck off.
I go to the shopkeeper and I say, I would like your finest Qualman Koi, please.
Yeah, that woman at the shop pulls out for a coin a little baggie of chocolate. It's a bag.
Oh.
There's chocolate in it.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And I hand one coin over.
Yeah, he'll take the 1K.
Perfect. I go back almost like is skipping my step. Like I'm so happy. Like a kid in a candy store. I'm gonna. You said it's a bag of candy, right?
Yeah, it's a little baggie.
I am gonna take one candy and try it out. It's a Qualman Koi, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have one. I'm like, this not what I expected, but I like it. Then I'll go the rest of the way, and I'm gonna offer some to my party before I get to Kat. Would any of you like some chocolate?
No, thank you.
I mean, looks
Trixie, Finn?
delicious. It does look delicious, but isn't it for Kat? And like, I already promised Kat I wouldn't steal from her, so I feel like I
one
can't.
piece. Is all she sold me is one piece. And I'll be giving her whatever's left after you all take some. So she's getting a good deal. Though I am getting a cane for one coin. So maybe we're both getting a good deal here. So,
I
Candy
still
is
don't eat.
not in line with the dietary restrictions placed by Broden.
understandable.
Sure, Legend. I'll take one. I'll have a chocolate.
Perfect. I hand Trixie a Qualman Koi and Finn.
It's not nearly as good as the chocolate and fairy, but it's fine.
I figured.
Whatever, sure.
All right, I hand her one as well. Enjoy! And then I say, young child. That sounded creepy.
Don't do that.
That sounded way creepier than I meant it to.
Kat is her name.
Kat.
Meow.
That one, yeah.
Is this Kat?
Yeah, she walks up to you and says meow.
Oh. I have your bag of candy here.
She grabs it, glances around, and takes off running across the store.
My cane?
She said she would sneak it out later?
And that's about when her grandmother walks back in. And she's got something different for each of you. Laurel, can you describe to us what your armor looks like right now? What kind of armor you're wearing, whether it's leather or whether it's metal, and...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty simple black leather armor. There's like some mild embossing around like the front of it. Just in like a braid pattern that kind of goes down the sides.
Okay. Is there any colors other than black on it, or is it all black?
The braiding has a little bit of like a silver
Okay.
to it. But
Yeah, so what she's brought back out with her are 2 armbands that are a silver color that would kind of just wrap around the armor on your upper arms, and a silver belt as well. And she kind of looks you up and down. 5 gold. Oh, wait, hang on. She was Southern. 5 gold for the lot, and for 1 extra, I can emboss them with an image if you'd like.
I'm good with the embossing, but if I could actually get like a cloak that would attach just to cover in case. Yeah.
She kind of gives you a bit of a nod. Goes and grabs a black cape, again with a little bit of silver trim, and she kind of holds it up and says, I worked on this snap myself. Easy release, so you're in battle, you just pluck, it flutters out behind you like a giant wings of death or vengeance or whatever, and it's free of your body.
Okay.
3
How much
coins
do
for
I
the
owe?
cloak.
Okay.
You know what? 6 coins for all. Cloak, armband, belt. You want them? 6 for all. Just because I like you. I think you're going to kick some ass.
Thanks.
I like a girl who can kick some ass.
And slider 6 coins, I guess.
Okay, yeah. It actually tingles a little bit as you wrap the cloak around your neck. A warm, nice feeling. That you got as well, Trixie, as you're in the back kind of pulling this dress up. And Ivan, as you're trying on the rich, earthy colored cloak. There's something that feels incredibly nice about it. She turns and Legend, she has a very fine jacket for you with, it's what color are your clothes? Do you wear brown, black?
I imagine he wears kind of like maybe like green and yellow.
Oh, okay, yeah. It matches what you're wearing pretty well.
Okay.
Green jacket, yellow buttons, very fine. 4 coins for the jacket and the hat.
I'm gonna be paying for everyone, I think. It's just like one big bulk purchase.
Alright, very kind of you. If you're getting those 2 cloaks, that's 3 for the handsome, tall, dark, strange gentleman. And for that dress, 5. And then she glances over. Yes.
Hey, Jules, can I, with like the weird warm thing, can I tell, is this magic?
It does feel a bit magical.
I take the cloak off.
She kind of glances over at you. Says, did Kat get her hands on that too? I swear to God, that girl Kat, I told you stop messing with my merchandise. Well, dear, it's up to you. You can get a refund if you want, but let me tell you, that's going to be the best price you'll get on a magic item anywhere outside of the chaos.
What does Kat do? 2 things.
You know, I really wish I knew. That child has gifts beyond anything I dreamed of. She knows who's going to need them and what they're going to need.
Okay. Don't know what to do with that, and I guess I'll put the cloak back on.
She kind of glances at the other 3. How do yours feel?
There's magic in it.
Feels perfect.
All 4 of you then. That's big. It's been a long time since a party that big all got some of Kat's items. Well, let's see about yours, friend. Bjorn, can you describe what your armor looks like to us right now?
Sure. So it's chainmail, I guess.
Okay.
I would imagine it's... Yeah, I guess chainmail is not like it's like plate or anything.
Yeah.
So I probably have like sort of a regular tunic under it, and then like a chainmail that has like these wooden toggles
Ooh.
on the shirt that kind of fasten it together.
Yeah.
It's like cinched together with a leather belt
I love it.
around the waist.
Okay. So she comes back out. And what she has for you is essentially a shoulder piece. It looks like it would go strap kind of over one shoulder, and then around the chest. And it's this one is not made of a cloth like anything you've seen. For a moment, you think it's made out of metal until she brings it closer, and it's a shining, shimmering kind of cloth. That's just a little bit stiff enough, and it's black and blue, almost looks like little scales that kind of form just a little shape over the one shoulder. That looks very fancy, very dolled up, the blue and black and kind of silver all mixed in, and is enough solid fabric. It's one extra layer on your shoulder there. And sure enough, as you reach out and take it, it feels warm to your fingers. And a little bit tingly as you kind of fasten it around your chest.
Cool. How much?
5 for that as well, dear.
I don't know. I guess I'll be in your debt, Trixie.
No worries, guys. This is my treat. I'm just so happy you all were so willing to participate. And I'll give her. It's so you said 5, 5, 6, and 3.
5, 5, 6, 3, and I think TJ was 4.
Yes. I think
Okay, so that's 23, and I'll give that to her.
Perfect. Yeah, she'll take it. And kind of grin and say, "Now, don't y'all come back here. I'm gonna make sure to charge you for the magic on these next time."
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
She kind of nods.
Thanks, Kat.
I don't know where that rascal got off to. I'm gonna go track her down.
Oh, she's probably just making other brilliant clothing. She's very gifted.
That she is, child.
Indeed.
And as you guys step outside, you hear a, hey, get over here. And in the alley back behind the shop, you see Kat's little head poking out.
Oh, I think this is for me. One moment, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk over.
Your candy was okay, but not great, so you should get better tasting candy, mister.
I thought that was the most delicious candy I've ever had. Not that I had any of it, but
And then she holds out a carved wooden staff with a glimmering green stone set in the top.
amazing. So I say thank you, and I turn around, and as I come out of the shadows, I'm just looking, and now in my complete
Complete
outfit.
regalia, yeah.
You're gonna look like a Gallic pimp.
I'm playing it up a little bit as I walk out of there.
Yeah.
Out here looking like Mr. Peanut.
Now,
Love it.
you all have been dressed, you've done shopping. You haven't secured masks yet, although they did say there would be masks provided, and Trixie mentioned the makeup. Is there anything else you all want to do in the town before you get ready for the party?
This isn't necessarily something in town, but Jarvis does have the crystal growth on his arm, and if this is magic, can we say that as the cloak goes over it, it kind of melds around it, so it's still there instead of going over it?
I want y'all to look badass as shit in these clothes. They can look however you think looks the coolest.
Well, this was unexpected.
See, Jarvis, aren't you glad you got the cloak?
Well, it's magic, so yes, that is helpful. Though knowing what it does would also be helpful, but...
Just like a fun little surprise. It'll be there for you when you need it.
True enough. Masks. Hilfrau.
That might be one of my favorite things you've ever said. Berkeley.
Oh, well, I'm glad it rang true with you.
I am curious. I mean, I know Legend was indisposed during the party, but I'm just curious, like Finn, and did you, while you were mingling last night, did anything come up for you? Any shady people or?
I mean, I talked to a person from my order, and they were kind of a dick, but like, weren't particularly shady.
It was oblivious.
That was their
Reasoning
name?
for being a dick aside, he was still a dick.
Oh, I'm saying he was not shady. It was oblivious dick, not shady dick.
Mhm.
Mm.
I really hate that I just said that. That was very out of character.
Okay, I don't think, other than getting some war paint on for tonight, I don't know what else we will do.
Okay?
I think we look fantastic.
You do.
We look great. A friend of mine taught me a trick for masks. I don't know if it would work on not shades, so I don't know about trying that. But I have to be out of the city. Civilization is tricky. And I need LeBjorn to come with me because I don't think they're going to let me back in the city if I am alone.
Why wouldn't they let you back in the city?
Have you looked at me lately?
You have a nice
Yeah.
cloak now.
You look
That's
fabulous.
true. I might be fine.
You look great, Jarvis.
I don't know how I feel about these words coming out of all your mouths, but
You want an escort? I'll go with you.
if... I guess it can be anyone, or if anyone wants to come.
I do have one question for you, Jules. So my spell Sanctify, it just says food or water that I hold in my hands is consecrated. How much food are we talking? Like, if I just have, my arms full, can I
Yeah.
sanctify all of that food?
Sure, yeah. I don't see why
Okay.
not.
When we get to the party, before you guys eat anything, let me sanctify the food, just to make sure that nothing is, like, poison.
Oh, that's real smart.
Thank you.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright.
So, Jarvis, you're making masks outside, and then they'll come back and they'll still be masks?
I mean, yeah, they keep their shape wherever you go. It's just the materials within civilization are usually man-made, man-worked, tricky. Out in the
Trixie,
chaos,
you might say.
You
I
might.
would not, but thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I think you should.
I think you should.
But out in the chaos, out in the wild, the materials are natural, easier to work.
How far out into the chaos do you have to go? Because last time when we were all in the chaos,
Yeah, we're not going anywhere near Old Savior's demise again if he's still up on hardwood. No. Just outside the city limits should do fine.
Okay.
So, there are plans to go make some woods outside of town. There are plans to purify food, to do some makeup, and generally to get ready for the dance. And that's where we're going to pick up next week, because I just want to end. So, before we start the dance, and to give us all a minute to breathe, let's do the end of game stuff real fast, and then we will breathe. Each of you did get a magic item. I will be sending you the description sometime over this week. So just keep an eye out for that. You kind of, as time goes on and you wear it longer, it starts to feel a little familiar to you, and you do have something in your head kind of you have an instinct now about what it does as you wear it throughout the day. So I'll send those descriptions to each of you. And we gotta do our end of game things. Where are my rules? There are my rules. Level up. That's not what we're doing. End of session. So, question 1. Did you guys learn something new and important about the world?
Does the existence of quizzes in this
I
world
don't think so, unfortunately.
Very important.
Did you overcome a notable monster or enemy?
No.
I mean, our friends ran away. I'm saying, I think they're gone, guys. I think we did it.
I guess we'll find out next time if we did.
What was that question? How was that worded?
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Imaginary ogres do not count.
Actually, Laurel beat the door, so does that count?
No.
Does the imaginary ogre count?
No.
Does getting chocolate for cat count?
No. This was a shopping episode. I'm sorry y'all didn't fight anything or do much plot.
Why are you sorry? It was perfect,
was
Jules.
great.
This is the
It was
best
amazing,
session we've had
Jules.
so
You're
far.
killing it.
I'm glad you had a good time, Berkeley. And that brings us to the last question is, did we loot a memorable treasure? Not so much loot is paid for, but
We have magic stuff.
you do have
Does that
magic
count?
items. So
We got
everyone
chocolate.
and chocolate. So you all can mark 1 experience each for looting a memorable treasure.
What was the first question again?
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
I feel like every session we learn something new, guys. So if we put our heads together, we can come up with something that we learned.
I think important is in there.
I mean, I learned that there's a kid that has dreams and can do magic. That seems pretty important. Especially because they were dreams about me, just saying.
Is learning about like the origin of the shade,
Yeah.
you know, is that
Actually,
important
was
about the
that?
world?
that was really cool. Yeah, for our magic child discovery and Ivan's awesome story earlier, I'll give you guys a yes. You can all mark an experience for did you overcome, did we learn something new about the world? Next question is everyone's alignment. Take a moment and look at your alignment. If you think you did something, some of you may have had a harder time than others because, again, no combat or, fighting or, any of that. But did anyone fulfill their alignment? Yeah, TJ, how do you think you fulfilled what is your alignment? How do you think you fulfilled it?
Well, I am a neutral character. Legend is a neutral character, and I spent some of the session trying to break into somewhere that does not belong to me, but I also gave chocolate to a little girl.
You're not wrong. You're going to want to look at the specific wording because it's more than neutral. You have a specific kind of line of what your alignment is, what the thing is that kind of drives you, what it is you're trying to do.
Avoid a conflict or diffuse a tense situation. So one could argue that I did diffuse a tense situation when I ran into the guy in the hallway who saw me trying to bust open a door, and I said that I would lost my key.
I'm gonna give you a no on that one. I'm gonna give you a no on
tense
that.
Situation.
Berkeley, how do you think Trixie
told a good
fulfilled her
story.
alignment?
Well, I also am neutral, and my alignment is possess something beautiful, and I have the coolest dress ever.
You do. So I will definitely give you a possess something beautiful. Great. So everyone has looked at your alignment. Did anyone change alignments? I don't think so. And last but not least, take a look at your bonds. The way you relate to the other characters. Did any of your bonds change a little bit? Is there something more important now to how you look at one of the characters based on what happened this game?
I'm not sure if more important is the word,
Yeah.
but it's just my bond with Legend is that I believe he's a good and faithful person, and I trust them implicitly.
That's allowed to change.
I'm not sure the implicit trust is.
He did lie to our faces.
I was going to say,
Hardcore.
what do you not trust him about?
Do they know I lied?
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I not convincing enough?
No.
About the
I am
ogre?
aboard.
You are
About
a
the
ogre.
full ogre that was not there?
Look,
And went through a
legend for no
tiny
reason.
unopened window out into the world.
You probably are a good liar, but the lie's got to be a convincing story before you can be convincing in the way you tell it.
I'll keep that in mind.
I think I still believe he's a good and faithful person because he's a follower of Broden. But I think the trust is more of a they'll get in trouble if left on their own.
I like that. He's a good person at heart, but will get in trouble if left alone.
I need a handler.
That's a very good one,
Mine-
Andy.
Mine for legend actually did something similar. It currently smells more like prey than a hunter, but even prey can defend itself a little bit. He
Who
lost
says I
to a
can't
door.
defend myself?
You broke your own leg fighting a door.
Ah,
Could it be something like, even weaker than prey?
all right, guys, let's ease up a little bit on legend.
I think it's something similar to LeBjorn. Fine in a pack, but if left alone, will probably hurt himself.
Very good. Anyone else? Anything else?
Let's see. Well, no. Well, okay. So nothing. This isn't changing, but I do want to make note of it. My bond with Jarvis is that Jarvis does not trust me, and for good reason. I just wanted.
I found the reason
Oh.
again.
I just want to make note of that. That it probably is accurate.
Okay. Great. Then, TJ, go ahead and count for me. How many experience do you have?
I have 6. Unless I can figure out a way to convince you that I avoided a conflict or diffused a tense situation.
I'll give it to you. I would really like you. I would really like you to level up sooner rather than later. So I'll give you the point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say just mark yourself all the way back down to 0 and do your level up before next week.
I forget all the time. Do we get anything for changing bonds, or do we just change bonds?
Experience.
Okay.
Get an experience if you change a bond. All right. So that'll bring us to the end of our game. I just wanted to say thanks for being here today, guys, and hanging out. I know it was probably a hard day for a lot of us. So it meant a lot to have you all here.
It was a good distraction, Jules.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I was gonna
Thank
see if
you
anyone
for
wants
running
to
this.
hang out longer. I know we gotta leave QTube or whatever, but like, you know, it looks like Laurel has more snacks, and like, it just feels like it'd be rude to leave before the snacks are gone. That's all.
My dad's out of town actually, so if you wanted to come back to my place, not like there's no adults there, let's have a party. Just you're welcome to come hang out if you want.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Jules, sorry, nosebleed. Jules, actually, I was gonna offer the same thing. Maybe I can show you guys the sunrise that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're doing it, I don't know what time a sunrise happens or like how that works. I avoid the there's a reason I haven't been to that cavern lately, and especially today I would like to go back, but I don't think I can go on my own.
Well,
So if y'all
yeah, do you want to go there on
Don't
the way
mind
to
or wanna come.
Legends? To TJ's house? We'll stop by Glowy Town first.
if that's okay with everyone. We don't have to. We don't have to, but
Anything you need. Anything you need.
Yeah, Laurel, Andy, did you guys want to come, maybe? You don't have to.
Yeah.
It's totally fine if you... Oh.
No, I mean like we've gotta like cycle these snacks, so like, we can't get. We bought so many, and so if we don't eat them, then they're gonna get stale, and that's not good. So.
Yeah, I have a fork today, and honestly, the last thing I want to do is go home. So
Cool. So,
That's big mood.
Glowy Town
Amen.
first, and then TJ's.
Let's do it. I'll make
Yeah.
sure to. I'll call my butler and let him know that we're on our way. But
Okay.
You have a
You
butler?
go to Ravendine Public School.
You have a fucking butler?
he's making this up. There's no way.
You don't-
This is for QTube clout.
Yeah,
You
but like if you're
Eric.
making it up, we're gonna find out in like 2 hours. You what?
This is the same thing as the ogre situation.
I thought everyone with a butler
Yeah.
went to the prep school.
Yeah, no offense, TJ, but like I would have met you if you had a butler before this.
oh,
I
well,
can't-
and you can meet him if you'd like.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Okay.
Completely unrelated to that. Okay, this is the one thing I don't understand. I've read it like 50 times, but I still can't wrap my head around it. Does sunrise happen like early in the day and then sunset is the opposite? Or is it like, because we live in eternal night, so if night is day, I understand a lot, and that's the one thing I don't understand.
Are you asking me?
I've seen the sun a lot more than I have and have a hill dedicated to it, so yes, I am asking you.
Can Nell answer that through TJ?
The rest of the world is a normal time zone. So if you have a hill, you can go out in the morning and see a sunset.
Guys.
Sunrise. Fuck.
Well, both. Both. I mean, you can see both.
Not in the morning, you can't.
All right, Glowy Town, and then we're gonna meet TJ's butler, and Laurel's gonna bring the snacks. Sounds good. Q2, we gotta go. We're gonna go hang out. So bye guys. Thanks for hanging out with us
Thanks.
tonight. I hope you
Thanks,
guys are all
TJ
doing
Townies.
okay. Let us know if you need anything. And bye.
Like and subscribe.
And we're gonna be out of character and back to real people. Thanks for a great game today, guys. Y'all are amazing. Do we have any real world plugs? Any real world plugs?
I don't think so. I mean,
If you want to play a letter writing game, go sign up. I've got an odd number, so I need some more people to go sign up for letter writing games.
Oh shit. Okay, hang on.
If you are interested in running a game at QuellmarCon, June 2022, that you haven't talked to James about yet, talk to James or Kelsey, please, about running a game for QuellmarCon. If you
Do we
want to
have
ticket for
a-
QuellmarCon, prices are going to go up for tickets at the end of November. Right now, we only have one bed left on site, but you can buy a basic badge to just come play during the day. You just have to find your own lodging for, I think, $25 for it's Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. I think it's going up to $35 in December. So if you think you want to come hang out with us in June, go buy a ticket now.
Do we have a deadline on the DM running game?
That's a good question,
Do
because
you-
I don't know what I am doing.
What was the question, Miguel?
Like, do we have a deadline for like to get back to Kelsey or James on?
Kelsey
Hey,
or James?
running a game.
I don't think either
No?
of you are watching, but if anyone knows, find out.
Okay.
All right.
There is a Google form. There's like a Google form to fill out with your info and stuff, which Kelsey, I think, sent out in email form. So if you haven't gotten that form, that's the first step.
It's there. The one thing I had with it is it's like the first like page is just name and pronouns, and then you have to hit next. But my brain is like, if I don't have the information that is in the next, starting with this is like, so.
All right. Anything else? Non-Quelmar plugs are allowed too. If anyone has anything, Alyssa is going to be in something in a few months.
Oh, we're doing
A
that.
few
Okay.
months.
Yeah, why not?
Wow.
I don't know.
We just promoted June, so you go.
January,
Yeah.
We'll be in a show.
Ooh,
It's going to be a great fucking show. And,
What's the show?
everyone should
a
go
real
see it.
show?
Okay.
Like in a real
Show,
place?
like a a real play that's being put on with people in it.
Is it too early to say what it is?
No, I think we had our read through yesterday. So it is Mr. Burns, a post-electric play.
And my bitch is
It
playing
is
Lisa
fun.
Simpson and a lot of other characters. But mostly Lisa Simpson.
Nope,
Amazing.
actually, the other character's more than Lisa Simpson, but you know, hey!
That's the knowable one. That's the one people know.
Anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a fun time, and a little early to plug it because it's in January, but yeah.
What's not too
It's in
early?
my
It's already
calendar.
November.
It's in my calendar already?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
It's the
thank you,
perfect time.
John. King Fur Day is starting in 2 weeks. We don't know when exactly yet. I don't think. I'm sorry if we do. But that's going to be an awesome game. Also, Dungeon World. So if you like the system we're using, John is running a Dungeon World game with Rose and Jeff and other people. I don't know who else. But I'm sure they're all fantastic. Anything else?
Playtest Tuesday? Isn't there a date for the next one?
I
That's
think the
next
9th. Next Tuesday, I think, is
Next
there's another
Tuesday.
one. Yeah.
Hell
Dude.
It's the food one.
Yep.
Two's
Strahd,
actually really cool. I haven't seen the game, but I've seen the comics. It's actually kind of fun.
If you don't watch Strahd yet, it's probably too late to start, but come hang out with us anyways.
No.
It's getting.
We
so
don't want you.
There was a 4-episode dump a few days
Yeah.
ago, and I was like, I forgot that I haven't gotten any Strahd content in a month, and now I'm just like, this week I've just been watching it every
Oh my
day, and I'm
God.
like, it's insane.
Oh wow,
What's
you're
happening?
hitting all
Johnny,
the milestones
First of
at
all,
once.
I love you. Second of all, yeah, it was a big couple of episodes. It was an
Yeah.
emotional time up in here.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
I adore you.
I adore you. I adore all of you guys.
I adore
We're
all of you
great.
guys. All right, let's be sappy off camera. Thanks to the chat. We adore you guys too. Y'all are fantastic. Thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great
Yeah.
week. We'll see you same time, same place next week, folks. And guys, what do we say?
Keep.
Keep rolling the dice!
Nice.
That nailed it. Nailed it all.